Absolutely. My name is Emrat Muzingo. I am the program coordinator for the Visual and Performing Arts Education program in the School of the Arts and Architecture. The typical timeline for undergraduates within our program is anywhere from a year and a half to 2 years. We are a 7-course undergraduate minor, so it typically takes about 4 to 6 quarters, depending on how the students are able to pace out their required courses. We offer a multitude of resources. We offer undergraduate courses as well as a minor in visual and performing arts education. As part of that minor is something called the Arts Education Teaching Sequence, where students are able to go from learning the theory of arts education to observation of a K through 12 classroom to practice, where they are teaching once per week original arts-based lesson plans to a K through 12 audience. We also have a number of arts education elective courses that run the gamut between social emotional learning during the time of COVID-19 to courses that respond to social justice movements, as well as opportunities for our undergraduate minors to be employed by teaching in our after-school arts programs. Our after-school arts programs are all across Los Angeles County, and especially during this time, we are expanding to remote learning and teaching. In the spring quarter, we were actually able to reach an international audience with our after-school programs, and so we've made the switch to our remote learning and teaching in a way that still engages the broader Los Angeles community. And again, we hire our undergraduate students to be those teaching artists for those after-school programs. We do offer a number of research opportunities. So since arts education is a field that is pretty interesting and challenging to be able to research, we do offer an Arts Education 197 course, which is an independent research course. So typically in that course, students introduce a research proposal to our faculty supervisor, which is also our director, so we're a small but mighty team. And in those research proposals, we ask for students to propose a topic that they want to investigate further within the field of arts education. And typically, this is a self-directed course. It is coming up with your own syllabus, your own reading list, and really fleshing out a substantial research paper to accomplish at the end of those 10 weeks. One frequently asked question that we receive from undergrads is, do I have to be an arts major to be in the arts education minor? And that's no. Even though we are situated within the School of Arts and Architecture, we welcome all students from all majors. The only thing that is critically important for an undergraduate student is to have an existing creative practice, whether that is visual art, performing arts, music, dance, textiles, sculpture, ceramics, painting, you name it, writing. We find that typically equips students to be able to create their own unique lessons. So again, you don't have to be an arts major, but having an arts practice is pretty essential. Another frequently asked question that we receive about the undergrad minor is, do I receive a teaching credential? And typically teaching credential programs are a post-bac program. So there are other opportunities at UCLA for you to get a teaching credential in art, in music, but that's not with us. But through the 3-course sequence that I mentioned earlier, the Arts Education Teaching Sequence, you create a teaching artist portfolio at the end of that 3-course sequence that is filled with your resume, your CV, your teaching philosophy, your unit plan statement, as well as 4 concrete, complete lesson plans that are also recorded with examples of student artwork, with examples of your own artwork, and examples of you teaching. And typically, When our undergraduates go out into the field to be hired, a lot of the times employers will ask for a sample lesson plan. And oftentimes students will say, well, here's 4, completely done, completely polished and finished. And so we typically find that experience is really beneficial for our budding teaching artists. Although we do have a number of resources that we can point you towards if you are interested in a teaching credential program. So to find more information about the VAPAE minor, you can visit our website, which is vapae.arts.ucla.edu. It is a mouthful, but it is vapae.arts.ucla.edu. That is our website where you can find all the information on our undergraduate courses, how to apply for the minor, how to make an appointment with me to talk about the minor, more about our after-school programs, more about our campus and community partnerships, as well as our research findings, as well as a number of other resources. You can also find us on Instagram at UCLA VAPAE, that's UCLA VAPAE. We actually post a lot of really, really interesting content on our Instagram, and I really encourage you to follow us because not only are you learning more about what our program has to offer, but a lot of our community and campus partners such as the Hammer Museum, the Fowler Museum, CAP at UCLA, Inner City Arts, UCLA Community School are just a number of our partners that we work with. We also have a Facebook page if Facebook is still a thing that students check out. You can find us, I believe it's UCLA Visual and Performing Arts Education Program. You can like us and find more information there. You can also check us out on YouTube. We completely converted our YouTube channel into VAPAE TV. So if you look up UCLA Visual and Performing Arts Education Program on YouTube, you'll be able to see a number of our remote lesson plans that our after-school teaching artists have made. So you'll be able to look up calming jar lessons. You'll be able to see plein air painting. You'll be able to do some photography lessons that all of our students have come up with. And you can also look us up through the hashtag UCLA VAPAE. That's kind of the core of everything. You'll be able to find all of our VAPAE content through that hashtag UCLA VAPAE. And welcome, everybody. We know that this is an unprecedented time, but we will get through this because VAPAE believes that we are better together. VAPAE is a 7-course undergraduate program within the School of the Arts and Architecture, and we allow students to tap into their creative practice to help them turn it into a teaching artist practice. And especially during these remote times, we believe that VAPAE is better together. So join us, look us up, and become friends with us. Say hey.